Welcome back, everybody. It is DPayne, and we are playing some more Minecraft. Okay. So I finished digging out all that stone with barely anything done to my pickaxe, which that's nice. You know what? I'm gonna toss those in there. And what we need is some wood. It's not gonna be a big house. I want to use this because this is like a gray, look like it's weathered kind of material. I want to use this stuff for the floor. That'll make more sense once y'all see it. We're gonna need some cobble. About some stacks of that. Yeah. There we go. Let's see, is there anything else that we will need? We don't need this gunpowder or arrow. Let's see. We'll go from there. So, while we're heading back and forth and over and yonder, there's something that I really want to talk about because I think it is terrible that it happened. Okay. A lot of you guys that either are just picking this up because they saw the name of the title and were wondering my thoughts on it. Come on. Oh, that's why I can't run. Or you're just like, I feel sorry for this guy, I'm gonna give him a view. I want to talk about the new Fantastic Four movie. Alright? So, let me get personally how I feel about this movie right off the bat. I didn't like it. And I'll get into a few reasons why, like my reasoning behind it. But it's the thing, like it's kind of a disappointment because there's some decent movies that have been coming out lately, like for Marvel and superheroes, and hello. And it's like anyone that's been done by Disney and Marvel, is like it's pretty good. We're gonna use this as our placements and like our foundation, and I think we're just gonna make it simple. Just a square. Oops, you're not up there. Let's use this pick. But yeah, it's a shame because whatever. No, not whatever. Because like that's you knew. Oh, come on, you knew there would have been a bad Marvel movie coming out lately. But the thing is that this one can't really be blamed on Marvel. Oh my goodness, stupid blocks, work with me. Because it's a Marvel movie, but it's all Fox's doing. Okay, there we go. This movie is made by Fox, and if anyone knows about Fox, you know that they don't have the greatest track record of doing superhero movies. Mainly because of their mindset for it, I believe. Is just, okay, superheroes are in, let's do this to make some money. And now I am realizing I'm gonna need a whole lot more wood. Oops. There it is. And so I'm gonna, since I normally try to keep these like under 15 minutes, I'm gonna go into why I didn't really like this movie. First off, it is the same exact movie that came out in the early 2000s, whenever that came out. It's literally kind of what they did with let's make this fuller then. I think I want this showing, so we're going to dig down. It's kind of like how they did with the early Spider-Man movies, is that they, like the Amazing Spider-Man, they hired the same writer group to write Spider-Man, and like personally, like in the Amazing Spider-Man, which I have friends that are like, that is the greatest movie I've ever seen, and when coming out of watching that movie, I didn't see that movie in theaters, but when coming out of the Amazing Spider-Man and saying like, oh well, it was pretty cool how he went through the sky, like the first person 3D web slinging stuff. The thing is, this movie didn't have something like that. There wasn't something where it's like, oh well, at least that looked cool. I'm pretty sure by now there's pictures of Doom, the villain, which once again they like, which makes sense, but that they would have Doom be the villain again. Personally, well, okay, there's gonna be spoilers in this. Don't be offended. Stop watching now, because I won't remember to put in the spoiler tab things. But in the first one, yeah, they had Doom, kind of same thing. They went to space, they got their powers, and then they came back, and it was them trying to learn how to use their powers. And essentially, the first one, there was parts that were better than this new one, because it showed them like, okay, well, they lived life together for a little bit, trying to figure out how they can fix their problems. Instead of like in this one, which it was okay, like the fact they're like, oh yeah, we'll accept them and we'll serve our country, which that's another thing that's annoys me. Just how that seems like that's where movies are going in general. But that's a subject for something else. Spinning and spinning. But the movie, it was just sitting there and it's just like, okay, well, here we go then. Okay, here's where our door's gonna be. Door's gonna go there. Okay, let's go get some more Arcadia wood. It was the same kind of movie, like, oh, we are misfits now. We're super smart people that wanted to go do something really cool. It blew up in our face, which I understand. That's all origin story of Fantastic Four. That part doesn't annoy me. But it's the fact that it was like, okay, well then. Now we gotta face Doom, and now we have to do this. And, oh, okay, we need to have some sort of, like, frustration. Looking back at it, Ben Grimm, like, his whole character pretty much, like, during early Fantastic Four stuff, is that he was depressed, man. He didn't want anything to do with this. Like, he wanted his life back. He had a pretty good life going for him. And just him supporting his buddy, he got screwed over and turned into the Thing. But in this one, he's like, well, I can serve my country because I'm a big, giant rock guy and I can punch things. And it's like, okay, that's nice. What was I looking for? I was looking for this. A whole bunch of trees out here. And that was like, okay. Whatever you say, man. And that part was just, like, I don't know. Ben Grimm, like, it was just like, okay, and We gotta make sure that we can fit in his iconic line, because we can't have a movie without that. But the bigger complaint that I have, like, because a lot of people are like, oh well, Stan Lee wasn't even in it. Oh gosh, now I need to go make an axe. I'm gonna finish up my thoughts while I go get the axe. Like, Stan Lee wasn't in it. Like, what's up with that? And like, okay, yeah, well, that's a thing. But I think the bigger argument is not so much that Stan Lee wasn't in it. The bigger argument is, well, how can I expect a movie to be decent when the trailers for the movie that I'm going to go watch are more interesting than the actual movie? Like, I hate watching trailers, but for the movie, man, the trailers were more memorable. Like, we were talking more about the trailers after the Fantastic Four movie than we were the Fantastic Four movie. And I think that says something. At least it should. Sure. We'll do that. And, like, that being said, it was the Deadpool trailer. That was one of them. But still, like, you're going to go watch a movie, and the trailers that you're watching are more interesting, and kind of, because trailers are now mini movies, whether you realize that or not. When the trailer's more interesting than actually what's going on in the storyline, it's like, what's the point of this movie? Besides the fact that they were like, oh, man, we can make some money because superheroes are in. It's like, no, stop making superheroes are in movies and make good movies. It's like, stop with the cash grab. And that's where I'm going to stop. Talking about this, because I already talked about this once and the audio didn't finish recording. I guess the bright side of watching Fantastic Four is I'm really excited to go watch Deadpool now. More excited than I was previous. And now I'm seeing like all these posts on Facebook of like, or maybe it's Reddit, of what they should do with Deadpool. Which I kind of fully agree with some of the suggestions. My inventory full? Okay. But at this point, I'm going to stop here. And yeah, and I don't know whether you agree or not. Let me know. Like, I know I'm just a dude playing Minecraft, sharing his thoughts on movies. That's, I don't know, that's what I do. Because I like playing Minecraft and just sharing my thoughts on movies. But I don't know, if you liked it, tell me why you liked it. Whoa. Whoa. And so, but yeah, there's that, and I'm gonna end the episode here. So until next time, I'll talk at you all later. See ya.